do you know what? What really winds me up at the moment is this is a political show, or supposedly political show.
You'd think,
yeah. But I'm fed up with politicians. I mean, Keir Starmer, for one, he's got the personality of a mackerel. And I mean, obviously, to the chattering classes of political world, people like you look at him and say, oh, how well he's done. How well has he done by bringing Boris down in question time with his legal testament?
He's holding him in check.
Yeah,
but he's asking for he's getting him to answer questions.
Who does he appeal to?
Well,
in reality, who does he appeal to?
He appeals to people who want someone competent.
He appeals to the left wing. He may appeal to someone who wants someone confident, but he doesn't talk very well, does he?
What do you mean he doesn't talk? What do you mean he doesn't talk very well?
I mean, give her credit where it was due. Thatcher, and I hate and despise that woman. She could rise people together.
She droned.
But she was effective. Boris Johnson.
That was her.
Boris
she droned.
Johnson. Yeah. Boris Johnson with his buffoonery.
Yeah.
That's why, because people can relate to a bit of a buffoon.
Yeah, but it's a load of crap. I mean, he throws these Latin. He throws the Latin words in and he doesn't say them properly. So somebody who's actually had a classical education.
So you care about that.
Yeah, I do.
But Dave,
actually,
in Barnsley, doesn't give a damn.
Yeah, I know.
But it's Dave in Barnsley, you need to vote for.
Yeah, well, Dave in Barnsley wants someone who's genuine. And when I say that, it's because I'm watching him and I'm listening to it. He's not genuinely intelligent. He thinks that if he uses a couple of Latin words in every sentence, it sounds like he knows what he's doing.
I'm talking about Labour. I mean,
what do you want? What do you want from Starmer then?
Jeremy Corbyn, are you?
He's a bellend.
However,
he's an anti-Semitic bellend. Sorry,
Corbyn reminds me of a feral cat because he looks okay.
That's a distance. Yeah, you get me excited because you can have them put down.
But he looks okay, but you can't knock his policies. You can't knock his Corbyn's policies.
They're not his policies.
Corbyn's policies.
They're from the 1981 manifesto by Michael Foot.
On our podcast, I'll dig out the podcast. You agreed his policies were good.
I do.
But you get near the feral cat like Corbyn and he's like, can't trust it. Bites you.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah. That's
Corbyn.
Yeah. Because he's more bothered in his opinions than he is of actually helping people.
Yeah, we agree on that. But
that's why we're in this mess.
His policies were good.
That's it.
His policies, I think.
They weren't his policies.
Whatever.
He stole them from everybody else who came before him.
He supported were good and brought forward as part of the Labour movement.
God almighty.
However, when he went with
a
certain person, Miss Abbott, when they were known to be
shagged in 1972. Gave her a good seeing.
When that sort of leaked out,
that he gave her a good seeing to.
The students who supported Corbyn went because the minds went a bit. Now she is apparently a really intelligent woman.
No,
on the game.
I don't
on the game, but she
on the game. What do you mean on the game?
On it, but
on her game.
Not all the time.
Because if she was on the game, I don't think that'd make.
Let me finish. But she comes across as a complete buffoon.
She comes across as a complete buffoon. Do you know why that is?
Tied in with Corbyn.
Do you know why?
Go against her.
Do you know why Diane Abbott comes across as a complete buffoon?
Go on.
Because she's a complete buffoon.
Well, according to people who know her, you don't know her, I don't know her. But
no, I haven't met her.
No, around her, she's intelligent.
But she's shagged him, so I'm immediately going to think, well,
she had a few bad choices.
Yeah, I mean, she continued to have them, didn't she? Some of her interviews are classics, aren't they?
And then I'll say this question to people: do you know? I don't remember his name now. Do you know Edward Davey? Who is Edward Davey? Do you know who he is, Mike?
Oh, go on.
Who is he?
I don't know. You're going to tell us.
You really don't know?
No, listen. I don't know him.
The leader of the Liberal Party.
Oh, that guy. Right.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah,
exactly.
I've wiped them out of my memory. No, I know who he is now, yeah.
Therefore, what's the point of the Liberal Party?
Well, I don't...
There's no point, is it? You don't even know his name.
I don't know him.
And you follow politics.
No, I mean, I gave up when her with the crap dress lost her lost her seat. That was wonderful. That.
So I'm not even going into the British world, but got a mackerel, got a feral cat. I mean,
what is this mackerel thing? Why are you having a go at Starmer? What's he done? What did he need to do? I just wonder.
I'm just saying, in general, politicians are pretty rubbish.
Are they?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you're going to get some good politicians without a shadow of doubt. I could name them, and perhaps I should name them next week. But the leaders.
Yeah, well, it's not positive.
I mean, King of the North, what happened to him? When he came up for the fight, he sort of went into a poodle, didn't he?
No, they literally.
He turned. He's full of Corbyn. He turned into a poodle.
Listen, I've had a lot of different opinions about him because we supported his campaign. We had a fundraiser at Fab
Cafe. With his name there.
Yeah, we helped him.
He's all right up here.
Afterwards,
down south.
Afterwards, he was literally useless. And he did the bed for a night campaign, which was mixed. Some people who were homeless were saying they still couldn't get a bed for a night, and so there was arguing over how he fixed homelessness. But then we were in this fight where local government was asked to participate in meetings to decide the amount of funding they needed for lockdowns. So he took part in it, and he said, this is wrong, we're not getting enough, we want as much as Liverpool got proportionally, and we got treated the way we did. Now, I've just got to say that the only reason why Andy Burnham has now suddenly disappeared is because Boris Johnson went, oh shit, that didn't work out really well, did it? Oh, I know, we'll just give the money to the councils, and we're not going to have any conversation with anybody. So he's cut out of it now. No one can talk to them. They just go, Liverpool, you're getting 6 million or whatever, or 10 million or 100 million. Manchester, you can have the same, whatever. There is no conversation now because they've shut down the process. And that's what nobody seems to understand.
And another thing that nobody seems to understand, and all the politicians I mentioned then, is a clear fact. Climate change, not even been mentioned for 6 months.
Because it's gone away. It's stopped.
Yeah.
Has it stopped?
Yeah, well,
honestly, it must have, because there has been no one talking about it.
Major battle. It's been ignored, and no politicians have been talking about it. Not to a level where it goes across the population. People pick up the front page of the newspaper. It's all been about COVID.
I think we should fix it next week.
That should be the worrying aspect for us all.
Shall we fix it next week? Get someone on, do something about it.
How do you mean?
Climate change. Us. We've got this show, we'll do something. Fix it next week.
We can get someone like at least talking about it and bring it back into conversation, because it is. I mean, listen, my age, I'm getting on. I won't be here much longer, but my grandchild will be.
But we need to do this show then. What's going to happen?
Well, it'll carry on. The only point, though, it's not. I mean, we can be realistic of, hippie about it, but it is about our children.
About it.
Yeah, no, it's about love and peace and all the rest of it.
It is,
which I agree, but it's about the future, and there'll be no future for this. Nobody. I mean, no future for no one whatsoever if it goes the way that some scientists.
Yeah, but it's gone. The problem that you've had that links all of these
and
issues.
Would you trust Boris with it, or Starmer?
I don't trust. I do.
Starmer be there politically fighting it.
No. Starmer is trying
the waves coming in.
When are you going to just realise that he has got all these problems because you've had an anti-Semitic bellend as leader?
We cannot.
No. That was proven in a report. Proven in a report. I'm not saying it. You know he is. You know he is. You're going to defend him again like you always do. You always defend him. Always.
You're boring me now.
Let's
get this
right. Here
we
go. He's losing now.
Let's get it right.
What?
The left wing of the party for many years have supported Palestine. And we're not going to talk about the whole area, including Israel, because and I know.
I do.
If we talk about that area, the show will go.
I know, because you're not allowed to discuss it on here. No. And I get that. But you've got to say it as it is. I mean, the guy was aware of all these things going on, and it's great that you should bring this up, because I just happen to have this little piece of paper in here. This is an amazing headline. You'll love this. Let's just quickly read this. Labour politician and former Momentum treasurer suspended from party over anti-Semitic post. A former national treasurer of Momentum and serving Labour councillor has been suspended by the party after a social media post in which he said there was no factual basis whatsoever for a Jewish race. That's a weird one, isn't it? Labour's launched an investigation. This post was made in 2014 and has just been unearthed. And he has said, Mr. Meyer has said, his name is Puru Meyer, and his Facebook account carried this, and he says he's embarrassed by its content. In it, he's linked in work by Israeli historian Shlomo Sand, and you need to look at this guy's work. Seriously, if you're a Mancunian Candidates fan, you're going to love this guy because he's a proper Bobby Dazzler. He says in his writings that you need. There is no basis whatsoever for a Jewish race, nation or homeland, and it's all recently invented propaganda called Zionism. And that's the thing, I'll just give you a little clue here, that if you know people who keep bringing that word up, Zionism, don't even wonder whether they're anti-Semitic or a little bit racist, because who mentions that word? And here you go. So Momentum, right in the thick of it. And there you go. And he was also responsible for taking £15,000 of donations from undeclared people who are suspected to be anti-Semitic. And Mr. Mayor failed to provide all the invoices or answer any of these allegations. But it's all right because there's no problem in the Labour Party. It's fine.
2014, talk about, and obviously there's a problem which I said.
He's still working there. He's still working there. Why is it a problem? It's not past.
Why are you shouting?
He's still working there. He's still working there.
Momentum.
He's still working
there. Do you know what I'm
there?
thinking of? An animal for Momentum. Suitable animal. Shall we move on?
Oh, God's sakes, man. Oh, right. Okay.
A crab.
Yeah, we've got a few comments. Stephen Blackmore saying it's mind-blowing what's going on in the US. Trump has done such a shocking job. All my US friends hate Trump and his administration. Something spectacular. Jail is where Trump must go next. Geeky Sci-Fi TV saying, I'm not bothered about Keir Starmer's personality and want someone who does the job properly. I'm sick of cartoon character politicians. Starmer makes mincemeat out of Johnson week in, week out. Mark says, didn't she wear 2 odd shoes, Diane Abbott? Intelligent. Yes, she actually did. That is it. That's true, that. And Nick's worth reading the Jewish Chronicle on the suspension announced today of Naomi Winborn Idrissi. Well, I haven't seen that, but I'll certainly will when the show's over.
To the guy who was it? It was mentioned about Starmer.
Oh yeah, Geeky Sci-Fi TV.
Geeky Sci-Fi TV, which is a great name.
I think I know who that is. He's a very nice guy.
Okay.
So don't be mean.
I'm not being mean. I'm. You know what? Let me make it clear. I am still just a member of the Labour Party. I am in.
Just.
It's
a wonderful statement, that, isn't it?
No, because
rise up against the system. I'm just a member. Just.
Yeah, because
my God,
there's no one for me.
And what would he represent then?
Who?
The one for you.
I don't know. He represents a bit of honesty, a bit of, the Labour Party.
The Man United. He'd support Man United. We know that.
Very clicky, isn't it? You get up to certain ways within the Labour Party. That's how you swim with it. You swim with certain fish.
To a degree, yeah. But I mean,
and most parties, and that's my point. That a party who I've supported all my life.
A party has to stand for something, or it'll fall for everything.
How about
a party has a stance.
You know, and I know the left wing's not finished in that party.
Right.
I know the next 6 months there'll be chaos.
The left wing shouldn't be finished in that party. The left wing needs to contribute.
How do you know? How do he talks?
Oh, do you want me to explain it?
Sorry, mackerel.
No one knows what you mean. Explain mackerel.
Personality of.
Yeah, because personality of a mackerel.
Boring, it gets nowhere.
Right,
Doesn't attract the right type of people to vote for him, because you want some absolute knobheads, because there is plenty of knobheads in this country who are allegedly Labour supporters, who voted Tory because of Boris.
Yes.
Oh, he'll get us there. You need to attract them people.
Yeah, but
it's not a cartoon character.
They thought they'd get rid of foreigners, though.
Who can talk well,
Yeah,
so
he
they
does
can
that.
to appeal to the.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that. He does that to the likes
You
of
think
you.
Keir Starmer doesn't talk well? You think he doesn't
He
orate
talks
well?
like a barrister, which
yeah,
he is.
Fine, no problem. Great.
The,
Brilliant.
Today is
That's
all about.
a win.
We moved on. After,
Yeah.
Why did Trump get in power?
Because loads of
Because
people
of TV.
were ignored.
And it's this
Because
sad,
people were
sad
ignored.
fact that he used TV and he appealed to people. Who does Starmer appeal to?
I just want to point out, right, you're all listening to this, yeah? Just look at what we're actually doing tonight, yeah? And he's really pissed off because someone's used TV.
I could comment on that, but I won't. Let's move on.
Thank you for watching. I'm impressed. You've passed the IQ test and got this far, so let's press that button. Let's do the last thing that helps us. It's got subscribe on it, you can't miss it, and please ring the bell for notifications of future videos.